join, join and help some great preservation.
Yes, we look forward to seeing you.
Terrific.
The NFL draft is over, so we're not talking about that anymore. We're talking about a much more fun draft, or the new home of draft beer in Bronxville. Gentlemen, we're so happy you're here and opening Beer Noggins.
Thank you for having us.
Welcome to Bronxville.
Yes, well, we're excited to be here.
And I see you're well on your way to opening.
Yes, construction's underway and it should be done very soon. That's right.
So I have to ask, what is your connection? How did you two become business partners?
Yeah, that's a great question. Brendan and I, we went to college together, and out in Muhlenberg College in Allentown,
Sure.
Pennsylvania. And PA's got a great brewing culture, and so we immediately, at legal age, fell in love with beer. And then, but then afterwards,
To your mother's out there,
Yes,
right?
no
Yeah,
worries.
yeah.
So we always talked about opening a business together and something centered around beer. And then after school, we split our ways. Brennan,
I moved to New York City, worked in the financial services industry, and beer was a hobby.
Okay.
And he was in LA.
yep, I was working for the government in LA, and we both got to a point in our careers where we felt we had done that enough and wanted to chase this passion of ours and make it a profession.
And you must have had the entrepreneurial itch.
We did.
Because that,
We sure did. We needed to scratch that itch.
yeah.
So,
And why Bronxville?
Bronxville is a really tight-knit community. We feel that the area is underserved, and we can bring a really, really nice selection of awesome beer. Just share it with the community. Great people, great atmosphere.
yes.
Prime picking right across from the train, right downtown. Yeah, we're excited.
Absolutely. You know, Brendan and I, we both we grew up in towns like Bronxville.
Right.
Not Bronxville itself, but towns like
Right.
it. And we just love this environment where this small town environment, people know each other, people wave to each other, on the sidewalk, and are just enthusiastic to be with one another and have time for one another. So we wanted to build a space and open a business that fostered that type of social engagement with one another.
I think it's got such a blend of the new, the whole idea of the craft beer, but then you're bringing back like the neighborhood tavern meeting place
Yeah.
where people can maybe sit and talk about how bad the mayor is.
I'm sure known as no, absolutely not.
But I think it's a wonderful merging of, sort of a great old tradition, but with a new product. And
Certainly.
so speaking of products, what do you have?
Yeah.
I'm sure I know none of them because I'm not very well versed.
No, that's fine. And we want people to feel comfortable in our store, to ask questions and learn. I mean, that's part of our goal here, is to be a place of education. So come in with your questions. We want to answer them. We want to talk about beer. We can't talk about it enough. So please,
Feel free.
feel comfortable to ask us, what sort of beer tastes like another beer or something like that. We can find something for you that you might like.
So if I'm wedded to the old traditional mass beers, you'd be able to find me something. If I said I loved Corona, you would have something even better than Corona, probably.
Absolutely. Small producer that's takes some care of their product and has a little bit more flavor, maybe.
Yeah.
You might find
Yeah.
something that you love.
Good.
Absolutely.
So show us a few.
Yes, absolutely.
So this one right here, we actually brought this one right here, we brought a mix of old world styles and new world styles. This producer right here, a few years old, Bronx Brewery. They're located in about 230th in the Bronx area.
Yeah.
Just opened up their tap room. Really, really exciting place. This particular style is a pale ale, so kind of amber in color, and they add a little bit of lemon peel, so it's absolutely perfect for the summertime.
Very citrusy.
Great.
Very citrusy.
And
So,
speaking of summertime, when do you think you'll be open?
Hopefully very soon.
Yes,
Good.
yes,
All right,
yes.
It's almost there.
and it's moving along at a great pace. So we expect to hopefully have our doors open very shortly. Maybe I wouldn't hesitate to put a time on it because
Right.
construction, there's always things, but definitely this summer. We're
Perfect.
very close. We're very close.
So a summer ale is going to be served right here
That's true. We've got some other great beers, some classics. You mentioned earlier bringing old and new together. So
Right.
what we want to do in our store is also bring old and new together. So, a pale ale is a wonderful style, and Bronx is making a wonderful pale ale, but we want to show our customers also what a traditional pale ale might taste like, or a traditional IPA might taste like. So we brought this great Samuel Smith India Ale. The IPA is a traditionally British style of beer, and they're a British brewer, and it's fantastic. And so if someone comes in and says, I love, American craft IPAs,
Right.
we would like to be able to say, you know what, you should try something like this, which is very traditional in nature, and see where that IPA that you might like grew its roots from.
That's
So-
perfect. And I understand at any given time, one of you is always going to be here. So
Yes, that's
folks
true.
are going to get to meet the owner
Yeah.
every time they come
Certainly.
in, which is really nice.
Yeah, I mean, we truly are a small business. It's just the two of us here. So this is our only store.
Right.
So we're going to give all of our care and attention and love to this place.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
And I understand you're adding kind of little munchies so that if you wanted
Yes.
a little a pretzel, a little bit of cheese,
Yeah.
that you could come and sit here and watch the world go by. So,
Absolutely.
We're hoping to have a good mix of small bites,
Right.
pickles, meats, cheeses, pretzels, stuff like that. That's really easy to prep and really tasty. So
I think that's terrific. And it appears you have space inside, which looks fabulous. That's kind of communal. So one resident could actually meet someone else at the bar,
Absolutely.
which is, I love the whole bring it back to the old-fashioned meeting place.
Certainly.
So,
There's a funny story about that. At the place I worked at, it was just very similar to this out in California. There were these two guys sitting next to each other at the bar, and they started talking about beer because they were both really interested in beer and loved it. And throughout their conversation, it was about a 40-minute conversation, they found out that they actually had went to high school with one another, were friends in high school, lost touch for about 40 years, and here they are sitting at the bar next to each other, talking and striking up their friendship a second time,
That's
renewing it again.
what a great story.
It's a great story,
It
right?
is.
And so,
So make that happen
exactly,
here.
we'd love for that to happen here. We'd love for people to come in and meet their neighbors and talk with one another and just interact, and that's really our goal. Is
Well, I think it's terrific. We don't have anything like it here. I think your location is perfect. Folks can come off the train, make a plan to meet somebody, or make a plan to sit and hopefully meet somebody new in the village.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I wish you every success